I'm your host, Jan Collects, and today we're talking to one of the loudest voices in the Veve and Omi community. We are diving deep into what sets Veve apart in his opinion, what should Veve do to reach a wider audience, and what can we as a community do to support the Veve fandom. So welcome VeVeViral.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here. That's great. I mean, the current sentiment in the community is definitely on an uptick, and you are one of the loudest voices, I would say, in the community. So I wanted to pick on your brain. Let's start with the first question. What sets Vivi apart, in your opinion, in terms of like the NFT space and other competitors?
I mean, compared to everyone else in the space, it's definitely a different kind of ecosystem for many reasons. But what sets it apart and what attracts me to it since the beginning, since almost 5 years ago now, 4 years ago, more than 4 years ago, it's just the IP. I mean, I get that there's some pros and cons to Vivi where like it's a little more centralized than other kind of NFTs that are popping right now. But I'm
Yeah.
still here for the IP, the first evers, the premium quality, especially now that they have the VeVeVerse. It's and take a look at those shots that some creators are
Yeah.
putting out there, and the quality is just a whole nother level than what we were used to seeing in our little showrooms on our phone. So the IP more than anything, I'm here for the historical significance. I'm just chasing first evers still. The quality of the collectibles, the utility of the collectibles, whether it's an AR or showcasing them in the VeVeVerse or back in your little vault in your phone still.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the as you said, the quality difference is huge, and I also think like the last drops we've seen, the quality on each collectible is so much better than a few collectibles we had back then.
Yeah.
And in
And
terms
even
of
the promo around each drop, it's pretty cool that they've stepped it up, like
yeah,
making these little cool videos and
yeah,
they're
absolutely.
posting them all over social media, so that's good.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So you said first appearances and like the big franchises behind
Yeah.
Vivi. What are those that excite you the most that we currently have on the app?
They haven't changed much for a while. My favorite ones are still Todd Batman, the very first one, Spider-Man, just because he's the #1 superhero globally. Superman, who used to be the #1 superhero globally and still pretty high up there. Um, Really, mostly the FA superheroes and villains. I also like the Joker and Darth Vader. A lot
I
of
love
Mighties.
the Vader one. Yeah,
The Vader one was one of those first ones that was like a next level quality, I remember. And then the
yeah.
animation was really cool and complete. So yeah, my holdings haven't changed much for over the past couple of years. Every now and then I'll go for a job if it's something cool. Uh, but I'm still just focused on those big FAs.
So you're most of the time buying stuff in the aftermarket.
And not as active as I used to, but I'm mostly just holding.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you had have a really big collection from back in
Yeah, I stuck
2021,
really
right?
hard for a few years, so
Yeah.
did my
You're
part.
set. Y-
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's great. Cool. Hold on for a second. I want to bring up something that really matters to me. This channel is for both experienced collectors and people like me still learning and growing in the ever-changing world of collecting. My goal is to create a space where we can all learn from each other. That's why in every episode I bring up one specific topic to spark discussion and invite those with experience to share what they know. So, if you're someone who knows a thing or two about today's topic, feel free to drop your insights and share your wisdom in the comments, because we are all here to grow and learn together. So, here's my question for today. What makes digital collecting special for you? All right, guys. Thanks for helping everyone out by dropping your knowledge in the comments. And now back to the episode. What about Omi in this regard? What fascinates you about Omi?
I mean, just that everything we just described, knowing that it's the only token connected to all of that. So of course, there's also gems, for the masses or someone that's not comfortable going through the crypto route. But just knowing that for people that are interested in crypto or in NFTs in that crowd, that is the only token which is in between you and accessing that first Batman, that first Mickey Mouse. And so just the narrative of knowing that it's the token connected to these big IP and that each transaction is going to dilute the supply. And I mean, not to, yeah, it's going to reduce the supply. And I know it's not by much, it's just a tiny portion, but I don't expect
At the moment,
at the moment.
yeah, I think a lot of people, obviously, Ecomi said a few things for years, and a few have come to fruition, others haven't. But I guess we are currently at 50 million burned Omi on Stacker,
On
something like
Stacker,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Um,
past week is like took care of most of that, I believe. Like it's barely beginning to ramp up.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, the 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 trading is not even close to 2021. And as soon as they introduce other burn mechanisms or so, and I'm quite sure they will,
Me
then
too.
yeah, then the daily burn rate could definitely go up, even or at least when we have like a few new users over time, in my opinion.
And even if it's never like a massive proportional burn compared to the whole total supply, it's still better to me than the majority of tokens, especially small caps, where instead they're like very inflationary.
Yeah, yeah.
So the fact that we're deflationary, even if it's a tiny bit, I mean, it's a plus for me.
Yeah. And what's cool about it, like the whole supply is in the market. There's no token unlocks, nothing.
Yeah.
The whole supply is out there and now gets reduced to through the current burn mechanisms, and in the future through other burn mechanisms. I hope so, and I guess that this will happen.
Yeah,
But
exactly. It's fully diluted, so that's a great plus for me.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Of course, some might say, well, yeah, but there's the Biz Dev wallet that has a lot and the founders have a lot. But I mean, that's been in circulation for a while. So
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
like some pending thing that's going to just
yeah. That's
land
true.
on us.
Cool. Let's move on to question number two. What could and should Vivi, in your opinion, do to like level up their visibility in the wider crypto space and in the wider space of collecting as a whole?
VV specifically or both?
I mean, we can do both.
Um, because I was going to say the same thing for both, but Ikomi has really stepped it up. Foster has really stepped it up, especially recently, where
Yeah,
he's just like engaging with like viral crypto posts, whether it be
yeah,
about base or about NFTs, about like today was it about like something related to the IP, like Marvel, whatever. Like just they doesn't have to go in there and talk about prize or anything, but like just mention the utilities or the fact that it exists and that this IP lives on Vivi. Uh, so just engaging constantly on X, I feel like that's where crypto lives right now. Maybe one day
yeah,
it'll live on
absolutely.
that new base app, but between YouTube and X, just constantly engaging. Because Vivi's been doing a really good job of making promotional videos, which is
Hmm.
something I used to always complain about that they wouldn't do, but they've been doing a good job releasing those. Uh, but I feel like only us that are already committed to the whole VV ecosystem are seeing them, and I feel like they could be like just being replying more to other posts.
Yeah, yeah. Or reposting more stuff, especially like I if I would be the VV community or one member of it, I would repost like every cool VeVeVerse build, for example, or
Hmm.
the nice AR photos. Some of them are just mind blowing, I think, with the extra features in the VeVeVerse where you can like play around with camera settings and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like the VeVeVerse is really cool, and people have made really cool creations, but I feel like they don't flex that enough or show it enough to people outside of the community. And
Yeah,
same with like just going on different channels, like ones reporting channels like yours, like people that are consistently doing videos, but then also going to just like the big established crypto NFT channels, and then
yeah,
from there people are gonna like, okay, wait a minute, there's Disney NFTs, or there's a token that's the deflationary and connected to these NFTs, and then I'm pretty sure people are gonna start searching like, what's Veve, what's me, Omi, and then they're gonna find your channel and all the other people that are making videos on a daily basis, and it's gonna just grow like it did in 2021.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they did a
exactly.
few rounds with other channels, and then Caveo and Taps and Kyle and Chris, all these channels just started like growing.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. I mean, I would say exactly the same. Like the big crypto channels would be great because most of the people have a fandom in them, like some kind of fandom. They are all already crypto native. So I guess if enough people would hear about the project, a lot of them would at least research what it's about, and then they get down the rabbit hole, as you said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, what else could they do in terms of marketing?
Besides making the rounds themselves, like
Hmm.
on Twitter, replying, making the rounds on YouTube, going on interviews, um, I also would like for them to increase or bring back AMAs. Some
Yeah.
flooders always comment MIA. They're doing more MIAs now, um, like missing in action. Bring back those AMAs, because I mean, in the last cycle, there was times where they would reach like over 2,000 listeners live at once.
Yeah.
That's not easy to do on X. Um, and then after it was finished recording, more people kept viewing it as the days went by, and it was just a good way of making the community feel like they were listening to us, or they cared about what our opinions were. Because right now it kind of feels too corporate,
Mhm.
like the VV page just has like scheduled posts about when drops are and how many editions and the price, but it doesn't feel like as much as it used to, where like they interacted directly
Yeah.
with the
It
fan.
was
Kind of how.
it felt more personal back then.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
and I'm sure there's still that feeling when people go to the in real life events, but that's for the most part the same people going to the same
Yeah.
ones. And again, I feel like that created a tighter bond between them, which is great. It's the core of the community, but I still feel like we're not expanding as much as we could.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I got what you say there. So then let's talk about the last topic. What could we as a community do? I mean, the community sentiment over the last couple of weeks is really, really good, I would say. Everyone is
Mhm.
like pumped and hyped because the NFT, the broader NFT market starts going a bit higher and starts moving. So everyone is on X and is reposting, commenting, posting pictures, videos, etc. Um, what would be like the message you would like to share? How we all can support each other more and support VV as a community?
I think it's just that just keep the chilling up, basically, the
Uh-huh.
engagement up. When you see someone that you follow posting a cool vid or pic, supporting that or commenting under that, or even if you don't comment directly on that post, uh, on that same, add more comments to that thread, like even if it's not directly on that other post,
Yeah.
just show our presence, because it's kind of the only way to win in this space. I've learned it now that I've been part of many small caps. Almost all the coins have like little groups where they organize, and like they're like, okay, let's go at this post now, let's go at
Mhm.
this YouTube live stream now. and and in our case, we wouldn't even just talk about price. Like, there's so many utilities to showcase, whether it's VeVeVerse content or just the IP in general, or cool AR picks. Like, there's so much more than just talking about candles on a chart,
Yeah, yeah.
which are important too. But I feel like we have even more ammo between the content, the size of the community, compared to almost any project, if not all the projects of the similar market cap.
Hmm. So we should all support each other and boost those posts so new people can see it.
Yes, that's for like someone that still believes in it. I mean, I know there's people that don't no longer believe in it.
I
So
mean, that's fine.
yeah, that's fine.
They will probably have their reasons.
Yeah, they have their valid reasons,
Yeah.
but it's like, what they, every time I try to like do a nice little shill, they all go under my comment just spreading negativity. I'm like, dude, if you don't believe in it, just move on. Like, at this
Uh-huh.
point, you're just
Yeah.
attacking our holdings. I get that you don't like this. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't get. Why take that time out of your day to post like a shitty comment under someone under a post where someone else is like, okay, cool, I really like that stuff.
And there's so many accounts that are all under the same person. Like the more I interact with some of them, it's obvious because they'll tell me the same things. I'm like, wait a minute, you're
Mhm.
just really spending your whole day attacking this little digital collectibles project.
I mean, they should do what they think is right, and yeah. I mean, we all believe still in the project, and I think there were good signs on the horizon in terms of growth, in terms of I would say the overall VV experience and Ecomi experience because of some bull posting over the last couple of days.
Yeah, we're getting a little taste of it, as you said. Like as we see other big NFT sales go down, whether it be CryptoPunks or the Penguin or Moonbird and such. Plus seeing ETH slowly rise. We got to see like the floors rise pretty significantly in BV. Some pieces did 2x, 3x from their bottoms of like April,
Yeah,
May. Uh, so that's a little hopeful, and it just shows that it, that we were just victims of a bear market, just like almost other
and
projects.
a
And
new
now that
technology, right?
Mhm. and
Yeah.
now that the general space is showing signs of life, it's good to see VV show signs again. So
Hmm.
that leads me
What
to
would
believe that as ETH climbs to new highs and all the other alts follow, that we might see a full-on bull run in BV again.
Yeah, yeah. What would you think, like, how many new users would it take to move the market in a significant way compared to 2021?
Honestly, I think it's way less than people think. I know we got used to throwing around the millions and this and that, but I think it was Danny the Bull who first pointed it out long ago, many years ago, and I looked into it. And yeah, there's not even like 1 million baseball card collectors, and that's like a very established
Yeah,
multi-decade. Honestly, I think as little as like 5,000 actual active users, like weekly active users, would make a huge difference. I don't know if I posted the chart or it was maybe just in Telegram. Like if you, let's just say you get, let's say to make the math easier, let's say 10,000. 10,000 users just fitting an average of 1,000. And you're like, oh, 1,000 is too much for many users. I agree. Some might spend only 50, some might spend only 100.
mhm,
But there's going to be whales that are going to spend 100.
yeah,
I spend 100,000. I'm just a teacher. So like
yeah.
there's going to be people that are going to spend
Way
several
more
hundreds.
than that. Yeah,
So a million, and that's going to bring the average up. So if the average goes up to 1 or 2,000, now we're talking about $1 or $2 million. I don't think people understand how much damage $1 or $2 million can do to those floors.
yeah,
And then the thing is that money, a lot of it is going to be reused. So like let's say someone buys up a bunch of, let's go with a high floor price, like a bunch of secret rare spideys. They buy like let's say three or four at 5, 6, $7,000 each. Those same gems or that same Omi is gonna probably go trickle down into other collectibles.
mhm,
So
yeah,
that same $5,000 might then be used by by that original seller to then go buy up some Tots, and those
mhm,
Todd sellers might go back and buy. So it's like in a way during a peak bull, the fact that it's kind of a closed ecosystem helps a little bit, and that people using those gems or Omi are going to be pretty likely to reuse them again. Not everyone. Some people are going to cash out that Spider-Man and take
yeah, yeah,
dollars out. But it's going to, people are going to be tempted, like, okay, I just sold the Spider-Man for 6,000, but I see that Superman's still only 200. Let me buy 5 of those. And then, it's good.
mhm,
That same $1 million could equal more than $1 million because it gets reused. And the
yeah,
$1 million is a lot of money. People
yeah,
think that's not a lot of money, but in the VV ecosystem, that could raise floors a lot.
yeah. I believe so as well. Yeah, that was a great short chat. Anything you want to say at the end?
Um, No, not really. Let's just, if you do still believe in Omi and Vivi and you're still here, let's just keep up the engagement on X and YouTube, and I think we're seeing the impact of it.
Perfect. And for you guys out there, let us both know what you think about the topic we discussed down in the comments. And we are seeing each other next time. Bye bye. if you enjoyed this content, then you will probably like this one as well. So go check it out and see you guys next time. Bye bye.